just so you know, this particular girl is going viral because she posted a fucking video. I don't know, Instagram or TikTok, whatever, probably TikTok, where she's talking about anybody who wants to date her, they have to put down a deposit first. A deposit. So, in my opinion, that's prostitution. You're being a prostitute. So, let's watch this.
After I said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs, I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building.
So, she's working with an app developer to make this a reality. I call bullshit, and I'm pretty sure it's not happening.
The app, I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this is the best damn dating app you have ever seen, because there is a clear difference here where
because every single dating app out there is great, right? Every dating app is shit. I've not used them. Now, in a previous night, I'll tell you, back in the late 90s, the premier dating app was Yahoo Personals. And I met a unicorn. I met a unicorn through Yahoo Personals. She was an absolute beautiful woman, just a great person. No tattoos, no fucking piercings. She didn't care about politics. She worked a fucking job at a factory. She was a hardcore working woman. She cared about her mother, blah, blah, blah. Her name was Heather. And if I didn't make the decisions I made with my career, I'd be with her right now. I'd be with her today. But these women today are absolute garbage.
The woman can set the deposit rate, and the man can pay for her date preparation costs. So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date and a better connection, and that gives the man a better chance of succeeding in courting you. The app is called Courted. So when people ask, how did you meet? You can say, he courted me. So cute! The website already looks absolutely stunning.
We have to court them now. Instead of like 20, 30 years ago. I can't even say 20 years ago. 30 years ago, you would see someone, like, I saw a video today which pretty much summed it up 100%. Okay? 100%. So, today, women want men to be over 6 feet tall. I'm 6'1", by the way. They want men to make over $100,000 a year. I'm retired. You're not going to get that from a retired guy. They want them to be muscular and blah, blah, blah. I'm not there. You know what I mean? Because metabolism goes away at a certain age. And I'm not going to go fucking running and jogging and running a bicycle and exercising fucking 20 hours a day. I'm not fucking doing it, bro. I'm not doing it, right? So if you don't want me for my personality, then you can go fuck off. You can go fuck off. Right? But back then, with Yahoo Personals, for example, I'm not recommending you do it today because it's a different world today. It was based on a picture someone uploaded and a few interests. You reached out to them. Hey, let's go meet at this bar. And you hung out and you either got lucky, and I'm not talking about lucky as far as having sex, but you got lucky because you met someone who was a good person, or you got unlucky because you met someone who was a complete piece of trash, right? So I did it once, and I met someone, in my opinion, was a unicorn. A unicorn. But now, today, in 2025, 2026 now, we have women like this who require a deposit before you take them on a date. So, to me, that is prostitution.
And the app itself, incredible. All of the features are so unique and nothing like you've ever seen on any dating app. Oh, and to everyone who said you can't do that, guess what? I just did. So we are going to launch this city by city, and if you want early access, click the link in my bio.
It's so tiring. And we just started. We're only like, 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in maybe? And I'm already tired and exhausted over women. These are white liberal women, and they all have to have the same fucking hairstyle where they have to have it down here, and as they're talking, they're doing this, they're fluffing their hair. It's the same shit over and over again. And then the next day you'll see a post why women are asking, why aren't men dating women? Why are men hard to find? This is why. This is why. Bitches like this. This is why.
And sign up. Let's make dating fun again. Love you.
So dating is never going to be fun again. It's never going to be fun again. Dating has gone out the window. It's absolutely horrible. The last time I dated a woman was 2010. Almost 16 years. I know it's 2026, but you have to think about the month, right? So 15 to 15 and a half years ago was the last time I dated someone, and that was my future wife, right? It was a lot easier back then. You just talked, you communicated, you flirted a little bit, but then all these bitches want to use apps. They want to use apps. What's exciting about that? Like, there's no social interaction. And before I met my wife, it was like, before her, dating was like you just went out and you had a beer, you got some wings or a pizza at a bar or something like that, and you kind of ran into somebody, and you either had a good conversation or you had a shitty conversation, and it would determine whether or not you wanted to talk to them. Now, we had the typical jackasses for guys and women and guys too, where you would have a conversation at a local bar or a restaurant and they would think they need to go take them home and have sex. Like, that's not what it's about. So the right person, you have a conversation with them, you talk about things, you don't talk about politics, you just talk about life. You talk about life, music, movies, things like that. That's a normal person you're meeting. If you talk about anything else, then you're talking to a horrible person. And it wasn't worth the rest of it. And a guy or girl would just be like, you know what? I'm going to pay my bill. I'm fucking out of here. You know? And back in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was Applebee's. Applebee's was the place to it was the place to meet up. Yeah, oh yeah, cool, man. Let's go to Applebee's on Thursday night at 8:00. And then you go there, you have a beer, you have some wings, or you have a burger or something like that. A draft beer. You talk about things that aren't politics. You don't talk about women's rights, men's rights. You don't talk about what's going on in the government. You just talked about life. You talked about life. And all that has changed. And women wonder why, just watching this video, women wonder why men are not dating anymore. And then let's just throw in OnlyFans. Right? So, when I was a teenager or I got into my early 20s, like when you met a girl, she didn't have a shit ton of partners. And then we see all these videos on social media where guys ask girls, how many bodies do you have? And they're like 20, 30, 40, and they're only 20 years old. It wasn't like that 30 years ago. Back in the 80s and 90s, it wasn't like that. Girls were not promiscuous back then. They just wanted to meet somebody just like a guy and have fun. Guys weren't like that either. So if anybody thinks that guys back then were all promiscuous and all about sex, it's a lie. Guys wanted a relationship with someone who was truthful, beautiful, sincere, and loving. That's what we wanted. So in today's age, nobody wants any of the women that exist today. None of them. None of them.
After I said...
Yeah, we don't want any of them. So, garbage. We move on to the next one. I just want to watch this because I have a narrative. Here we go. Here we go. So this is a storm that occurred in Michigan where we have just a major pileup. And everybody, I think today, and there's no volume to this, there's no sound, but I just looking at this video, it explains to you. So a lot of people, this started somewhere. This backup started somewhere. And if we go back to the beginning, hold on, right here. So it starts down here. But the car that usually creates this mess is never in the video or picture. That car's gone. They've moved on. And I'm watching this video only because I want to state that what probably caused this pileup was a female driver. A female driver caused this entire pileup. And where's she at? Well, she's in her $60,000 SUV that she's paying $800 a month on. She drove like shit, caused this entire pileup. Now she's on her way home to post a video on Facebook, because I feel like Facebook is only used by old people, boomers, and women of any age. They use Facebook. So she probably posted this and said, "Oh my God, I barely missed this huge pileup and accident," when she was the one who caused it. That's women. That's women today. You're liberal women.